Good morning. I hope you're having a great day. I told you yesterday I wanted to talk a little bit about why we are mourning over the loss of the temple. A building, okay? It was a building, it was there, it's gone, and what's the big deal? 2,000 years later, we're still crying over this building. So the answer is it's much more than a building. It represents everything that is special and unique about the Jewish people. There's a story, I've told this story many times, that Napoleon, the great leader of France, was once walking by a synagogue, and it was Tisha B'Av, it was the 9th of Av, and he looked in and he saw that the Jewish people were sitting on the floor crying, and he said, "What happened? What did I miss? Did I miss something? What happened in the community?" So he sent one of his people in, and they came out, and he said, "They're crying because their temple was destroyed." And Napoleon said, "I think that happened almost 2,000 years ago." And he said, "Yes, that's exactly right." And Napoleon apparently said at that point, a nation that can mourn the loss of their temple for 2,000 years will surely merit to see it built again. So we hold on to that hope and we hold on to that dream. But what was it about that temple? Everything. Judaism today is a shell of what Judaism really is meant to be. On a daily basis in the temple, we had divine connection. We had prophecy. We had human beings who had a direct connection to God, who could look at you and say, your mission in life is to be you name it, whatever, a janitor, a teacher, a car salesman, it doesn't matter. But you knew who you were because prophets existed who could tell you who you were and who you were meant to be. And we had simcha, joy. The Talmud tells us that if you never saw the temple and you never saw the celebrations in the temple on the holidays, you have no idea what true joy, what true simcha is all about. We think we're happy when we celebrate today. We don't know what happiness is. We had the divine presence. We had daily sacrifices that gave us an opportunity. If we made a mistake, if we sinned, if we transgressed, we could fix that. We could fix it. Now we can't fix it. We're stuck with it until we have the opportunity again to bring sacrifices. We had the ability to purify ourselves. Now if we become impure, which we all are, we just have to wait until Mashiach comes. Back then, if a person became impure through some contact with something that rendered them impure, they could purify themselves in the temple. It was it was the center of Jewish life. It was Jewish life. And without it, we have a whole bunch of rituals and a whole bunch of commemorative aspects of Judaism, right? Someone asked me on Shabbos, why do we put salt on the table? And the salt on the table that we dip the challah in is to remember the temple where we had salt on all of the sacrifices every day. So many of the things that we do in our daily lives now is to symbolize or to remind ourselves so that we don't forget what the temple was. So that not having a temple leaves us as Jews like orphans, just missing everything, missing the true essence of what Judaism is all about. And that's what these 3 weeks are all about. It's mourning and it's holding on to the longing for that, yearning for the time that temple will be rebuilt. And as Napoleon said, if we can mourn for that and yearn and long for that to happen 2,000 years later, then we will definitely merit to see the rebuilding of the temple speedily in our days. Have a great day, everybody.